Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are out here in Blaine, Tennessee, in Granger County, to visit the grave of another screen legend. We are here to visit Brad Renfro. We are at the Red House Cemetery, which I think this may be the oldest cemetery that I've been to. It says on this plaque right here, the Red House Cemetery began around 1792 by pioneer Thomas Jarnigan. This monument remembers those souls known but to God who lie here. See, I think this may be one of the oldest cemeteries I've been to. So let me get the ad out of the way and say, if this is your first time here, hey, welcome. I hope you like the content. If you do, please consider, liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all the things. And if this isn't your first time here, hey, welcome back. We're going to walk around the cemetery. We're going to celebrate Mr. Renfro's life, his short-lived life. Talk a little bit about the movies and all the stuff that he was in. We'll find his grave. We'll pay the respects that he duly deserves, and see what else we can find along the way. With it being an older historical cemetery, I say historical just because of age, I'm sure there's got to be a few cool headpieces here that we can look at. So let's get to walking, shall we? Born on July 25th, 1982 in Knoxville, Tennessee, Brad was raised from the age of 5 by his grandmother. When he was 10 years old, Renfro was discovered by Molly Finn, a casting director for Joel Schumacher. Renfro was recommended to Finn by a former DARE officer of his who was captivated by his charm and street smarts. She was looking to cast a tough kid and settled on Renfro after looking at over 5,000 boys all over the United States. So it is a bit of a bummer that all of this stuff is lost to time. There's no telling how many cemeteries throughout, the U.S. and across the world stuff like this happens to, where they don't really know where it goes, so they just place it there and try to get it as close as they can. Renfro was cast by Finn in the lead role of Mark Sway in Schumacher's The Client. His casting was announced in May of '93, and the movie was filmed the summer of that same year. The Client became one of the top grossing films of 1994. In '95, Renfro won the Hollywood Reporter's Young Star Award and was nominated as one of People's Magazine's top 30 under 30. In a role that I recognize him in 95, he played Huckleberry Finn in 1995's Tom and Huck. That was right in my wheelhouse. And right here you see there's a whole Renfro lot, and it looks like there's some more to the back, which I still don't see him yet, but we're getting there. So coming from over there, where that Renfro lot was, we'll work our way back this way and see if he's over here. In '97, he also starred in Telling Lies in America. During this time, though, Renfro's abuse of drugs and alcohol began. On June 3rd of 1998, Renfro, then 15, and his 19-year-old cousin were arrested and charged with drug possession. He was carrying 2 small bags of cocaine in a cigarette box and a bag of pot in his sock. He entered a plea bargain in which he agreed to do random drug tests. He's not here either, is he? At the age of 18, Renfro had already been in one drug rehab, or by the age of 18, he had been in drug rehab more than once. Let's go see what is over here. It makes you wonder too if these stones were, you know, if they represent any old headpieces. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful cemetery as far as the way the mountains surround it. So his drug abuse kept increasing, right? And on August 28th of 2000, Renfro and a friend attempted to steal a yacht from a Fort Lauderdale harbor. Renfro was charged with grand theft and criminal mischief. And in January of 2001, he was sentenced to 2 years probation and ordered to pay investigative costs and the repair for the yacht. In 2005, he was arrested by LAPD during an undercover drug sweep of Skid Row. Following that arrest, he was charged with attempted possession of heroin. A photograph showing him in handcuffs made the front page of the LA Times. Renfro admitted to a detective that he was using heroin and methadone. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 3 years probation. Renfro was found dead on January 15th, 2008 in his LA apartment. He was 25 years old. And on February 8th, 2008, the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office ruled his death an accident, attributing to acute heroin morphine intoxication. And just 17 days after Renfro passed away, the grandmother that raised him from the age of 5 passed away also, probably from grief, I would imagine. So here we are, Brad Baron Renfro, 25th of 82 to January of 2008. So that's it. That's the grave of Hollywood legend, screen legend, Brad Renfro, right? It's a bummer, right? Had his whole life ahead of him. Just can't get away from the drugs and alcohol, right? That stuff has a grip on you like nothing else. And I'm pretty sure anybody that's watching this video either has somebody in their family, knows somebody, or has personally been affected by drugs and alcohol. It doesn't care who you are, what color skin you are. It doesn't care what creed, make. It doesn't care if you're an American or a European. It doesn't matter. Drugs and alcohol, it can ruin everything, right? And you want to say everything in moderation, but sometimes moderation gets really out of hand. It's a bummer. You know, it's sad that things have to happen, right? But maybe, you know, with his passing, maybe somebody saw that and maybe they got their life cleaned up and they got their life together and everything was straightened out. You know, it's a bummer how you lose somebody and you think it just affects, you know, it has a cascading effect with everybody, doesn't it? But maybe somebody saw that and they loved him as an actor and as a person, and they were like, well, gosh, if that happens to him, I mean, you know, he's not even 30 years old and he already has the whole world, and then this happens, right? It's a bummer. So yeah, Brad Renfro, right? Check that off the list. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. I can't say how much I appreciate you guys watching each video and all the love and support and the likes and the shares and all the things, right? So let me get the cheesy thing out of the way and say, you never know what you're going to find on the back roads. I'll see you guys next time.